Listen,
The meter is moving. I'm waiting on the Facebook to kick in. And
Oh, you're waiting on me.
I'm waiting to see if anybody's out there that can hear us.
You can test.
Okay.
They should be able to, because say something.
Hello.
Yeah, see, hers is working too.
Well, hang on.
You can hear
We
me?
have
All
sound.
right.
Yay.
Once again, you're my hero. All right, brother, be safe. Bye.
And we are back.
Yay.
All right, let's try this again. Can everybody hear now? Okay, Brandon said it's working.
Yay!
Good.
All right. So we're excited. Young lady from Westside High School, graduated in 2022. And she's going to tell you a little bit about herself. Maci Parks with Happy Hangar.
Okay. So we were saying that
Yeah.
we moved here. Me and my family moved here from Memphis in 2016, 2 weeks before I started school at Westside. And I think we got a cutoff when I was saying that 7th grade. I started in 7th grade at Westside when we first moved here, and that was high school or junior high at Westside, but middle school for Memphis. So I remember thinking I was pretty cool for that because all my Memphis friends were stuck in middle school. I was in high school. Anyways, I didn't do any sports. I've never been good at sports. I'm really unathletic, like really bad. So I didn't do like basketball or anything, but I was in East, the program East. I started up cheerleading, which I made my mom coach, but I didn't even cheer. So that was kind of crazy.
Poor mom.
I did end up cheering my senior year, which was amazing. But yeah, I didn't do it when she was the coach, which was probably a good thing. But went to Westside 7th grade through senior year, and I guess we can start at 11th, probably 10th or 11th grade years when they started like asking more of what we were going to do after high school and everything. And I had just always said cosmetology school. I had always wanted to do that. Cosmetology school or a boutique. That's just what I wanted to do. I did not want to go to college, and I knew that from the get-go. But I was kind of influenced by some families, some school members to go, which is fine. I'm glad I did because we all led to here. But yeah, so like 2 months before I graduated, I figured out that I was going to UACCM Morrilton, which is the community college in Morrilton. Yeah, so I didn't apply for any scholarships. I was not ready. We just went right into it. So I graduated from Westside in 2022 and then moved to Conway. I lived in an apartment in Conway and went to school at UACCM. Am I going too fast? Or
Nope,
okay,
you're good.
I was about to say, I don't know if I'm supposed to be talking about this quite yet, but I don't really have much to say. I loved my years at Westside. I love Westside. I love Grosse Ferry. That's why I'm back. But anyways, went to Morrilton for about 6 weeks. Actually, I remember taking like my 9 weeks exam, but like dropped out right after that. My professor called me, my math professor. I didn't show up for like 4 classes, and she was like, girl, you need to drop out because we would rather see a W besides your class name than an F for failing. Like, we'd rather see a withdrawn. I was like, you're right. So I called my mom and she was like, please drop out. Like, you're not going for no reason. And so I was at my lunch break at my job in Conway, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I ran up to Morrilton, I think the next day, and I went up to one of my professors. I was like, help me drop out. And she was like, why? And I was like, just do it. Like, I got to get out of here. So went to Morrilton for about 6 weeks. And then lived in Conway, and I was working full-time at a consignment store in Conway. And I really liked it there, like a whole lot. I loved what I did. I met so many friends and like customers that I still know to this day. We still text. I met so many great people there, and I loved it there. I just loved what I did, like working with clothes. Like I really love clothes, like bad. I probably do have a little bit of shopping addiction, but no, it's not that bad. But anyways, I really liked what I did, but it just kind of got to first of all, I wasn't at school. There was no reason for me to be down in Conway. I kind of needed to figure out what I was going to be doing. And so I remember I called my mom one day, or she may have called me. I just know I was on the way to work and we were on FaceTime, which was every morning actually. So just a regular morning FaceTime.
She was sitting in McDonald's drive-thru. She wasn't driving.
Yes, no, not driving and FaceTiming. I don't do that. And she said something like, I think I was telling her, what are you laughing at?
Nothing. Mom has a request for me
Okay.
to ask you.
Okay.
But go ahead with your story.
Okay, we'll get to that, Cindy. Anyways, I think I was telling her, like, I don't know if I was complaining about my job. I just know somewhere we were saying, like, I love what I do, but I'm kind of not loving the environment, like, whatever. And I was about to tell her, I kind of want to own my own consignment store. Like, I wish I was my boss. I don't want to listen to nobody. And, like, at the same time, she was like, just open up your own consignment store. And we were like, oh my gosh, we have the same mind. And I didn't really think it was going to go anywhere from there. But then we got serious about it. And around that time, I think she had heard that Cody had the fireworks where I am now, right beside Family Market. Mm-hmm. Heard that he was trying to get rid of his spot there. She's like, you could set up there. And we just threw around some ideas and didn't think much about it. And then whenever I was like, I'm ready to move home, like I'm homesick, I'm ready to come home, I was like, you know what, maybe we could do that. Like, I know what to do. I've been working at this job for 6 months. Like, they've taught me everything. And so I knew how to do it, but I was like, it's just a matter of doing it. So the day before my birthday, I just remember that so well. I was sitting in my living room and I was like, I'm just going to post that I'm going to open up the store and we'll see how it does. And it did really well. And the rest is history. Actually, the real estate center, remember, they were the first. I keep looking over there because my mom's over there. I'll keep looking at y'all. The real estate center was actually the first people to donate to me. I remember that.
And I was so grateful.
Yes, I remember that so well. I came here to pick up these clothes and I was like, this is actually happening. Like, this is crazy.
We loaded your car down.
And oh my gosh, y'all just got me prepared for what was coming because my car stays loaded down now.
So I'm going to start you off with a question.
Okay.
How did you pick Happy Hangar?
I knew that was going to come. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do have to get a little bit of credit. I know if she's watching, she will be very happy that I'm talking about her. But my cheer coach, Carson Branscombe, she was my cheer coach whenever I went to Westside. And she is just like a jack of all trades. Like, she knows how to do everything. It's really weird. And I don't know how she knows how to do everything, but she does. And I remember giving her, like, telling her that I was opening up the store and I wanted her to help me make a logo and to maybe help me with the business name. And we were gonna name it Macy's for the longest time to put a spin on, like, the Macy's big franchise, right? Isn't that the word, franchise? We were just gonna do like a Macy's in Grosse Ferry, and I was like, that's cute, but I don't really like it. But yeah, a little cheesy. It was a good idea for the time, but didn't love it. I was like, I want to love my name. Like, I don't want to hate it. And so we were sitting at a Westside basketball game, of course, and I was sitting there with Carson and I think my mom. I don't really remember who else was there, and we were just going through all these different names, and we were thinking of a clothes name. Like, we couldn't think, I don't know. It's just, we were going back and forth, and Carson had said, Happy Hangar. And I was like, that's cute. Like, okay, I kind of like that. And I just kind of ignored it because I was like, I don't know if I love that. Like, it's cute, but whatever. Anyways, I went home and I just remember I was like, Happy Hangar, like saying it out loud, like, hi, welcome to Happy Hangar, like pretending it was real. And I was like, I love that name. That is adorable. And when I was telling people that I wanted to name it that, they were like, well, that sounds like a store that was owned by you, like Happy Hangar. Like, you're not going to go in there and be sad because you won't let people be sad. You're just always at 100% all the time. And I was like, you're right. So Macy's wasn't even like a real name for my store. It's Happy Hangar. I don't know. I just related with that way more. Yeah. And so that's how it came about. And then we made a little logo for it, or Carson made a logo for it. We used a little dress, the colors from a dress. I thought they were so cute as my background, like the tie-dye print. And then we put those H's together with the smiley faces. And I love it. I get so many compliments on my logo, like all the time.
It is good.
I love
It's
it.
very eye-catching. I
Thanks.
like it.
We have or in my store, if you've been in there, like behind the desk, there's a big black piece of metal that the welders at Westside welded for me. And it's got my logo and there's some lights behind it. And seriously, that's probably like my number one most complimented thing is the sign's good, but the logo is just different, which I
agree.
like.
That's interesting. Hey, Westside Welders, we need one to go on that
Yes.
wall.
Well, my brother, I think
there.
my brother did it and some of his friends, but
So
yeah.
CJ, we need something up there.
CJ, if you're watching, I got you a deal, so I get part of the money they give you.
Okay, so now I'll give you Mom's.
Oh, okay.
She said, I love her. She's so silly. Ask her about going to the store for sugar when she worked at Bentley's.
Oh my gosh. Honestly, this is how I know I'm like really bad is because I probably did something crazy, but I'm not remembering. I remember going to the store, but I don't remember. Did I do something crazy?
Been crazy. It's just normal.
Yeah.
I want to say, okay.
But like,
so
wait, hold on. Now I'm kind of remembering. Maybe I got the wrong. No, I didn't get the wrong thing. Did I?
I don't
I don't know. I just remember I was so happy. They were like, get out of here and go get something. I was like, okay. Taking the company card and going.
Okay, Bri said she'll never forget the sugar either.
What?
Okay, Bri, you're going to have to help her remember
Please.
what it is about the sugar.
The only thing I remember is one night at Bentley's, they were mopping the floors and I slipped and fell so hard. Yeah, that's all I remember.
Stop.
Yes.
Okay, so let's jump into the store.
Okay.
Kind of tell us how you, for one, how you get the clothes and how you work the clothes.
Okay. So, I will say one thing I did whenever I first opened my store, which, like I said, I worked at a consignment store. I knew how all of it worked. They are a way more like upscale, like huge store compared to my little store. They are huge. So their intake was their intake was more like you bring it in and they do it right in front of you and you move on. I wanted to kind of give the option of bring it to me and I'll do the rest. Like, I didn't want it to be this whole thing because when I was asking people where they consigned how it was, they were like, it's kind of inconvenient. Like, I'm trying to give them my clothes, but I feel like I'm working for it too much. Like, not only was the drive, because to Heber and Conway, that's already 45 to an hour minute drive. Like, it was already convenient being in Gers Ferry, but people are like, I'm taking my clothes, but I'm having to do all these extra steps to take my clothes. Like, please make it as easy as possible. And so I tell people all the time, like, they're like, what's your whole process? I'm like, there's not even a process to it. Just bring me your clothes in a trash bag and let me do the rest. Like, I'm begging you, just let me do the work for you. And so that's how I get the clothes is just in trash bags. They'll bring them to me, leave them with me. And I tell people it could take, like, I could do the clothes the same day or it'll take me 2 weeks before I even get to your clothes. There's no, like, there's an in-between, a day or 2 weeks before I can even get to them. But I just kind of put them out, I tag them, I do my own pricing. I have a way of pricing stuff. I try to do 60% of its original sale price, depending on condition and stuff. But yeah, it goes out, and like I was telling y'all, it stays out for 3 months, the first 2 months at full price, the third month on 50% off racks, clearance racks. And they just go through the store. Hopefully people will start buying them. And as they buy them, the consignor will make 35% of what the items sell for. And it just goes into a little account with your name and number. And the money you can use as in-store credit to buy stuff from the store or get a check from me. But I like the in-store thing. Like, it's like you're getting free clothes, basically, free money.
Exactly.
But anyways, after your clothes have been in there, then I just donate them. And I like the charities that I donate to. I have 3 different main ones that I donate to. One for women, it's in Conway, it's called Harbor Home. There's a men's one in Searcy, it's either Covered or Complete in Christ. I can't remember, but one of those. And then children's clothes go to, I'm going blank, The Call, which is, I know, pretty known around here especially. So I really like donating, and it makes it so worth it. I tell people all the time, like, I know you don't really want to see your clothes donated after they don't sell, but like, if you could see the faces of people when they get them, it makes you just be like, this is so worth it. So that's like my favorite part is taking them to them and just seeing them light up when they're like,
And,
my gosh.
and you do that after the 3 months,
after the
right?
50% off, we give them that whole month to get these, like the items at 50% off. And if they haven't sold by then, that's when they go to donations. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I assume when people bring their bags in, you put their name on it and then you just deal with it.
Yeah.
You have time to deal with that.
Yeah, I'll put like a sticky note down and yeah, and I actually have like I can't remember nobody's name, but I can remember whose bag is who. Like I can look at a shirt of theirs and I'm like, that's so and so. Like so I'm pretty good at that. I've never gotten anybody mixed up so far, which knock on wood, but
Do you take most any clothing?
yes, all or men's or women's, men's and children clothing, all sizes.
And shoes as well.
Shoes and purses, yeah. A lot of people ask about like home decor and furniture, and I'm like, I promise you, if I had a bigger store, I totally would. Like, I would love to do that, but we can't fit all that in that tiny little store.
Yeah, you do have a pretty small space.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your happy hats and how they started.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I kind of forgot about those.
I started to text you and tell you to make me one
I
so that I could wear it tonight.
Yes.
And then,
Yeah, I asked her, I was like, should I wear my hat? And she's like, no, don't cover up your face. But I totally should have. I love them. So,
I seen the fall one that you did.
the Hallelujah.
Yes.
Isn't that funny?
That was
like, they're
cute.
so funny, but so cute. Like, I love them. I'm obsessed with them.
Okay, tell us the story about the hats.
Okay, so I had seen them. There was a store in Cersei that started doing them, and I thought they were the funniest things. I'm like, people are putting patches on hats. I'm like, LOL, this is so funny to me.
All right.
Anyways, but I was like, well, I want one. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with them. They're so cute. And then like I started seeing the different ways to make them, the chains, people put the pins, like it's like these are adorable. And so I just looked into them one day on my little there's like I buy them or everything off a wholesale account. And so I was looking on there one day at the different hat options and I was like, oh my gosh, like these are so cute. And so I was just researching one day and I was actually at the store. It was a Saturday and it was so busy. And I remember clothes were just flying everywhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, like these clothes are insane. Like whatever. And I was like, I just need like something else. Like I love doing these clothes, but I need a little break in between. Like, I don't know, like
Mix it up.
Mix it up a little bit, not the same thing, just over and over. Like, I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I just need a little something. And so I went back. It was on my computer. Had it all pulled up still, the hat stuff. And I was just looking at it and I was like, just really like these. I couldn't get them out of my head. And so I took my computer home and I just sat on my couch and I showed my mom everything. I was like, I love this idea or whatever. And she was like, just do it. And so I literally sat there and just checked out all my carts and I was like, this is the scariest thing I've ever done. Like, oh my gosh, this is insane. And I started getting the stuff in and practicing. And I was like, okay, I think these are going to be a good hit, especially for the summertime. Everybody's wearing hats at Grouse Ferry in the summertime, like, especially on the lake or whatever. So like lake hats are going to be a huge hit. And so, but I was just so scared. I was like, I don't know if people have seen these. Like, I know on all over TikTok, people were getting on live on TikTok and making these hats for people. I was like, I so want to do that. And so I was like, I don't know if anybody has seen these before, but I was like, I'm just going to do it. So I got it all ready, got everything set up, and I opened up for the springtime at the store, and I opened Happy Hats that day as well. And they did so good. And I was like, oh my gosh, y'all understand y'all are understanding the concept. Like, I didn't think anybody would. And just from then on out, we've just been selling these crazy cute hats. And I love them so much.
Ouch.
Which, Lake Fest.
I was just fixing to ask you about that.
Lake Fest was probably the craziest day of my whole entire life. I'm not kidding you. Like, at the end of the day, I think I was like hallucinating. I don't know. It was insane. But, the hats became such a big hit in the summertime. That's what brought like half of the people to my store. People were coming in to make hats and it takes like 10 to 15 minutes. So then they were like going around my store while they waited for me to make the hats. And I was like, okay, this is kind of
Bringing them.
Yes. And so then people were telling their other friends, well, go make a hat, but then look at her store. So not only did the hats do well, but then my store started doing better because people were in there doing that, but also shopping too.
Right.
Anyways, but Lake Fest really helped with that. I got a ton of new customers from that because I was telling them, I do this, but I have it set up at my store. We're there 24/7. And so I was really thankful for that. That's why I'm glad we do that kind of stuff in Groose Ferry. Like Lake Fest, it really
Well,
does.
it's like every time I would look down, because we were just a couple of booths down from you.
Yeah.
And it was like every time I looked down, you had like 5 or 6 people standing down there waiting.
It was overwhelming.
And I was like, oh, Maci is doing really good.
Yes.
She's not going to have anything left by the time she left.
And I didn't. I remember.
figure you did.
No, I didn't. I left for the beach that next morning at like 6 a.m. And I remember I got home and showered at 2 a.m. And I woke up and went to the beach or whatever. And I remember I was just on my phone like, I don't even remember the ride down to the beach because all I did was order hat stuff because I had sold out of everything. And I was like, this is crazy.
That's awesome.
Yes, I love them though.
I'm gonna take a moment to thank this week's sponsor, Cabin Valet. If y'all need anything around your property while you're away for the week before you come back on the weekend, give those guys a call. They'll fix you up.
And then we had a question, are your hats custom ordered or do you have some in stock?
So we do make some like pre-made ones. But usually all of them are just custom. The ones I post, I think a lot of people get confused because I post like 3 hats a week of ones already made. And I think people think those are ones for sale, but they're not. They're just every time somebody makes a hat, I take a picture of them and post
it.
Yeah. And so I probably need to say that, but also by posting them, people can get inspiration or they'll be like, I want that exact same hat. Please make it for me. And I'm like, okay.
And to Cindy just said, on a good note, Maci, I'm so proud of you and love you, girl.
Oh,
and
thanks.
I want to add to, I don't know you that well, but the fact that you graduated here, you love this place, you come back, open a business, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And it's very encouraging. And if there's anybody out there that's listening that's your age, a little older, a little younger, it can be done.
Yes, for sure.
It can be done.
Because trust me, like, I'm not saying that I'm just not the brightest, smartest thing in the world, but if I can do it, I promise you pretty much anybody can, like, seriously. But thank you.
Well, the fact that and that's why I told you earlier before we went on, that's a story that you need to tell because there again, we don't know who all's watching and who all's listening, and that can be an uplifting, inspirational story that you don't have to go to college to be successful.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
your proof.
it's not for everybody.
Right. It's definitely not. It was not for me. I know that for a fact. But yeah, I feel like we were talking about before this, like just in today's like society, it just feels like if you don't go to college, like just the way it sounds, if you don't, you're going to be unsuccessful.
Right.
And like I said, to be a nurse or to be a doctor, you have to. Like, I'm not saying you don't have to. No, right. Yeah. But you don't have to. And like, you can not and do something great for yourself. So, yes, I like to talk about that a lot because I know that when I was in high school, I needed somebody to tell me that or just to have an example. I know people told me you don't have to go to college, but I'm like, okay, well, then what do I do? Like, what's
Well,
the
because
next
you're
step?
told for so long and by so many different people that without a college education, I mean, you're useless basically.
Right, yeah.
And so it really doesn't leave your mind to think about possibilities
other
and what
things,
you can do because, well, I'm nothing without a piece of paper.
Right, yeah.
And it's sad.
Yeah.
So to kind of go along with that, who is your biggest inspiration when it comes to being a successful young businesswoman in today's society, man or woman, either?
Good question. I really can't think of anything like anybody famous, but like my parents, that's all they've ever done was own their own business. So not really that's all I ever knew to do, but like, I don't know. I just saw it firsthand at home all the time. Like they know how to run a business. So I would say my inspiration is my mom and my dad because I've watched them do it for forever. So I knew it wasn't impossible. Stop smiling at me like that. So I know it wasn't not possible, but like, I think they definitely inspired me. Well, first of all, I couldn't have done the store without them. Like, I know my dad probably wants me to say he built me the racks in my store, and they helped me come up there and paint. They helped me hang up clothes for like days on end, up there till midnight the day before I opened, still hanging up clothes. Like, anyways, they just taught me how to like run a business, how it's supposed to be done, but not supposed to be done like businessy, but to also be myself. And that people aren't just coming to your store because it's your store, but because of you. Like, you have to be personable. Like, I think that's such a big deal, is that they didn't teach me to be business. I mean, yes, to be business minded, but to be like people minded, like care about the people and what you're doing it for, not just
And
yourself.
you have the personality to do that.
Well, thank you. But
I mean, you're bubbly.
right, I try to be. It's not that hard to try to, but
And your personality can overcome the different types of sugar.
oh my gosh. Okay, so what was that about? Had they said?
Apparently you had to first you asked where to find sugar in the store, and
Oh no.
what you, after you got there, you called and asked what type of sugar.
Because it doesn't matter what kind of business you pick, what you choose to do in life, people buy from people. And if you're likable, it's going to be fine.
Thank you so much.
You don't have to know everything about everything.
No, and I definitely don't. And that is so funny to me because, duh, you can get sugar from anywhere. Dollar General, Family Mart, like, hello, let's use our brain. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm really sorry. I know I was not real smart when I only worked there for like a couple months, but I did not know nothing.
So like I told you, I've got a 10th grade education, and so I don't knock anybody.
Well,
I am not a very intelligent human.
Yes.
But if you can poke fun and make fun of yourself
Yeah.
and just have a good time in general, nothing's gonna hold you down.
Right.
But we do have a question of, Mom said, but you didn't know what kind of sugar. That was the problem.
I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Hopefully I can redeem myself one day. I cannot believe I don't remember that.
You're doing just fine, I assure you.
Yes. So tell everybody what your store hours are.
Okay, so I know it's really weird, and I actually did want to talk about this because I've gone back and forth about making a post, but there's no need really to. But my store hours are Monday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 2. And I would love to say Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, but Tuesday and Wednesday, we're closed. And just as bad as people tell me, I wish you were open these days, I do too, like real bad. But if I didn't have those 2 days to catch up, the store would be a hot mess. Like, it would be insane in there. And not only that, like I was talking about my donations, I take donations once a week, but sometimes twice a week if we're just really loaded down. But so I use one of those days to take donations, get stuff in Conway or wherever I am for the store, and then the other day to catch up on all the clothes. Because seriously, if I did not have those days, I would not even want to know what it would be like. So I'm really hoping one day I can get to a point where either I have more employees, more room to work, because I don't know if anybody's been in there whenever I'm actually putting out clothes. I do it right where they check out. Like I just have my little section.
I've seen that the other day when I came in there.
Yes, and the same place where I check you out, the same place where I make the hats, the same place where I put out clothes, they're all in the same spot. And so just to have that one or two full days of nobody kind of distracting me and I can just be in the zone, it's really helpful. So that's why our hours are a little bit weird. Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We've left out Tuesday and Wednesday, but hopefully one day we can get there. But for now, that's what's working for us.
So that is something that's optional down the line, is hiring employees.
Oh, for sure. Yes. Already. So we closed down for a week. 2 or 3 weeks ago, we were closed for a whole week setting up the store for fall. We opened back up and I've never seen the store so full in my life. It's a little bit stressful. We've never ran out of top hangers before. And thank gosh, I found a random box of top hangers. I didn't even know I had those, but we had totally ran out of hangers for shirts. And I had this mound of clothes and I was like, oh my gosh, we don't have any top hangers. Like, we're going to have to wait for people to buy stuff before we can actually hang more stuff up. Well, I found that box of top hangers, but now we're already out of those. So it's like, Yeah. So,
Oh, wow.
anyways, I'm,
Well, it looks super cute in there.
Well, thank
I
you.
will say that.
yes.
So if you had hangers, you'd had room. You have a little room
Yes,
to hang
if
the
I
stuff
had-
up. You just need some hangers. So
No,
people
yeah.
leave some hangers in your clothes when you go.
And also, if I had a little bit more room too, which, hope,
You may grow.
yeah,
That,
hopefully.
I mean, that you always have goals.
Yes. And I love my location right now. Love it. Like, it is right there in town. It's right beside Family Market, especially in the summertime. People go to Family Market all the time, and they just will run over while their husband or their wife's in there to shop. They'll come into the store. So I love my location. And really, right now, it is such a perfect size, but we are like growing in clothes. Like, it's a little overwhelming sometimes, but I would rather have that problem. I've said this forever. I'd rather have the problem of having too many clothes than not enough. So
Yeah.
I'm very thankful for it. But yeah, one day maybe we can hire some more employees.
So kind of explain to us how do you make the hats?
Okay, so
Do you sew them on? Is it heat press?
oh gosh, if I sewed them on, then they would be terrible.
Listen, I would, if you wanted me to sew it on, you're going to get it super glued on. 'Cause I
No,
don't sew.
yeah, me either. So no, I actually use a hat press. It's like if you were to make a t-shirt with an iron press, but it's like curved to do for a hat. Anyways, you just how I do it is I will take a thick piece of heat resistant paper and place the patches down like onto there and then tape it onto the
Like how
hat.
they want it laid on the hat. Okay.
Yeah, so I have like this piece of paper of an actual size of the hat, like on a piece of paper, and they will customize, put the patches where they want to on the hat, and then I'll lay a piece of tape over it. Like, so exactly how they put it down, that's exactly how it's going to go on the hat.
Okay.
So I'll just take that thick piece of heat resistant tape and press it down and then transfer it to the hat. And so seriously, what you put on the paper is what you're going to get on the hat. So that's why I make sure they want it exactly how it is.
That's cool.
So if they don't like it, it's their fault.
Yeah, it's not their fault. But I know people, when they come to make hats, I know they probably get annoyed with me because like 13 times I'll say, "You promise you like it? You swear? Is there anything you want to change? You promise?" And they're like, "Shut up and press my hat." Like,
Just make it. But you want to make sure that they're happy
Yes.
with it. So
Happy
I get
hat.
that.
It's in the name.
yes,
Yeah.
you need to be
And,
happy.
and just for folks that may not be sure where it's at, she is on the end of where Family Market is. She is on the Highway 92 end, the very end.
Yes. And I know so many people, and even I've done it before, but like probably once a week, if not more, people will come and be like, "I live here and I didn't even know you're here." But it's just so, for example, I know that y'all talked about Grounded Coffee on Tuesday, my favorite place. But if I didn't like know her or anything, when I'm driving, I'm not looking. Like, I live here and I just am driving to where I'm going. So people will tell me that. They're like, "I just drive by you and I don't even see you," because in my head I'm just driving home. Like, and so it's
You
so
get tunnel vision.
yes, seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Grounded Coffee, it has a big old sign that says coffee. Like, how did I not like see
Right.
that? Yes. So that is where I'm located. People think that I'm all the time Inger. They'll come in and they're like, "We just went into Inger's and thought it was you." I'm like, "No, I'm at the very end."
And that's one of the reasons I wanted to point out where you're at.
Yes.
Is because I figured there's lots of folks that would.
Because if you
Think
go
that
to the
that's-
other end, you're getting parts.
Yes.
And I don't think parts and clothes
No.
kind of go together.
At all. So they should probably know when they walk in it's not them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not where I want to be.
But I think it's very cool that you're doing this and you're being successful with it. I think it's awesome.
Well, thank you.
And if we can do anything here to help you, just let us know
Well, thank you.
at any time.
I seriously, like, I will never forget when y'all first I got clothes from here. I was seriously like shocked, and I remember I took them home and we went through them, and I was just like screaming. I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this is crazy! Like this is actually going to happen."
Well,
So-
you can thank Danielle for that.
She did load me up.
Because she called and she was like, "Y'all listen, Maci is trying to open her store and she needs clothes."
Oh,
And you can ask Danielle. I purge my clothes
Stop.
every 6 months.
yeah,
And if I don't wear it, I've not seen it, whatever, it's got to go.
that's so funny.
And so when she said that, I was like,
Uh-huh.
yes.
But keep in mind, Danielle's girls can wear most of what she.
No, seriously. So
So that's why you've not gotten any in a long time, because Sage and June are my size.
Yeah,
So
they're
when
growing.
when I purge my clothes, they just go to them.
Yes. People tell me that all the time. They're like, I'm really sorry, but like I have other people that can wear it. I'm like, do whatever you want with your clothes. But when you're ready to give them to me, I'll take them. But like,
Right.
they're your
I'm not
clothes.
trying to take them.
I'm not forcing you to bring them to my store, but whenever you're ready, I'm ready.
So we got a question on, it's a hat question. Can you do custom logos like someone's business logo on hats?
So I can't like print one, but I've told people if they want one, like if they just ordered the patch, I could press it down for them. I just can't make patches, you know what I mean? But I've had people ask me, so for example, like the Shirley baseball team, one of the coaches' wives came to me and asked me to make hats for them, which of course they didn't use my hat. She had ordered some like baseball caps and she had brought their own little Shirley sticker, like Shirley S for their baseball team. She brought those to me and I pressed them down for her, but I can't go and I could order an S, but I couldn't order like your business
Like
name.
our logo.
Yeah, like if I wanted to make a Happy Hanger like logo, I would have to go somewhere else to make one like online. I can't make them. But as long as they're got the sublimation on the back, which is just an iron-on, like the back that's like really smooth, not a patch, like sew in, I can press really anything onto a hat.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I just can't make them. Maybe one day. I know that DeAnge's Designs though is offering.
She is, and she's actually doing the leather patches.
Yes, I saw those, and she made
I've
some.
not seen one. I've just, seen
Yeah.
it on Facebook.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook she was able to make it for somebody's logo, but yeah, I can't do that.
But maybe one day. I mean,
Maybe.
when the store grows,
Yes.
you can grow with it.
Yes.
And
Which is the
it
plan.
sounds it sounds like you're doing your thing pretty well, as it sounds.
Thank you. Thank
And I
you.
hope you can. I mean, I really hope that it does grow to where you have to have a bigger building.
Right, me too.
But stay in Gooseberry.
I will. I promise.
For sure,
Just
Sandra.
because so many people, well, first of all, like I've said this many times, I love Grosse Ferry. Like I love living here. And not only that, like I just remember like in high school, people just being like, I hate Grosse Ferry. I'm so ready to move to a bigger city. And it's like when you come from a big city to here, you're like, I'm never going back, which never say never, but I'm never going back to Memphis. You will not
Not
catch.
if you can help
Like,
it.
I love my family there and some of the stuff there. Like, I loved having a Chick-fil-A and stuff nearby, but like, I'm not
It's nice to go and visit.
but know that you get to leave
Exactly.
there. So, no.
That's how I am.
I'll
Every
be
time
in
I go to
Gooseberry.
Little Rock or Conway.
Yes.
I can't wait to go home.
Yes, be back.
And I think that's one of the reasons why you're an inspiration to me, because that's one of the things I hear a lot is people talk about our kids graduate, they move off, they never come back, and they have to leave to do something with their life, so on and so forth. And so it's just, I don't know, it just feels really good to know that, no, they don't have to.
No. And I did not get made fun of by in all means, but I just remember when I did come back to Grosse Ferry, just hearing some of the people say, like, why are you going back there? Like, really, you can't leave your hometown? Like, why can't you leave your hometown? And I'm like, okay, maybe for you want to leave, but like I want to be here. So like, just because it's not for you doesn't mean it's not for me. So I feel like that's
Clearly,
enough.
they've never been here and stayed here for a while.
Right? Because I don't know why you would ever want to leave, but whatever, teach their own. But
That's it.
yes.
So I would say you, in my eyes, would be that success story. Because you did move away and you tried the big city living.
Yeah.
And it wasn't for you. And you came back and you've made a name for yourself. You've got your own business. We're all hoping your business grows.
Yes.
You know. So,
And clearly a lot of people love you.
Well, thank you.
yes, you were getting a lot of love and support.
Thank you.
But so I would define that as you were a success story.
Well, thank you.
You know.
Oh, I was gonna say something. You reminded me to say something.
I hate it when that happens.
It's the worst, and it happens to me 50 billion times a day.
No.
But it's really bad. I can't remember what sugar to get either. But it's good.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's what kind. But yeah, I don't know. And people come in all the time. I think like I said taking donations is like one of my favorite things to see people like be happy, but also my favorite thing is when people come in and be like, I'm so glad you're here. Like, please don't leave. And I'm like, I'm going to be here until y'all stop coming, until like literally nobody comes anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to be here. And so it was so funny to me the other day, my maintenance guy came in the store and he was like, I'm so offended by you because I heard on Friday that you're moving away. And I was like, I don't know where you heard that from, but I am not moving away anytime soon. And he was like, well, if you do, I'm going to be the first to know. And I'm about to go set the record straight. You're not moving. I'm like, well, please do, because
do that.
I don't know who said that. But yeah, I'm like, I'm staying here. Seriously, I'm staying here until I can't anymore. So as long as everybody keeps coming and.
Maybe it's just your mom trying to convince you to move out the house.
She is probably ready for me too. Oh my gosh. Whatever.
Well, I mean, I had your defense there for a while.
Yes.
But here comes the big question.
Oh gosh, that makes me like my stomach just dropped.
No, now you have to tell us your funny story.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. So for everyone listening, I told them literally something happens every day, not even just at the store, but in my life. Like, I feel like I can't go a day without one thing happening. Not even bad, but just like something that makes me just drop my mouth to the floor. But, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff. So many things. Some of them probably I can't say. But I was thinking before we sat down, I do remember I had only been open probably a couple of months. And, oh my gosh. Okay. Yes, I remember this. Okay. So I know that when we first got the store, the dressing room, the floor, there was like this little creak in it. Like if you stepped on it, you could feel there's like a little bit of a hole in there.
Is it not concrete?
No, it was.
I've never been in the dressing room. So that's
Well, it's different now because of what happened, but
okay. Sorry, go ahead.
it was just very not stable. And I knew that, like, but I just thought it was fine and I didn't think anything about it. So actually we had probably been open for over like 5 months at this time. And I had a guy come in and he wanted to try on some clothes. And so I was like, okay, go ahead. Like there's the dressing room. And he came out of there and it looked like, I don't know, something crazy did just happen to him, but it looked like he was just distraught. And I was like, okay, did everything work out for you? And he's like, yeah, but just put a hole through your floor. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like where? And he's like, in the dressing room. And I was like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what you're talking about. And I went back there and for sure there was a hole in the dressing room floor. And I was like, I should have gotten this fixed. So I remember telling him, I was like, I don't know how this stuff works, but please don't sue me. Like please, I'm begging you, don't sue me. I can't afford that right now. Like I just opened. Please don't sue me. Like I will do anything. Like if you have to go to the doctor. Yes. I was like, if you need to go to the doctor, like, cause his ankle, like he had dropped one foot in and I was like, I will pay your bill. Please don't sue me. Like, please don't. Anyways, I called Buck, my maintenance guy, and I was like, you gotta come fix my floor right now. And he did the next day. He's the best maintenance guy in the world. But yeah, that was terrible. And I just remember that.
Crying.
It was crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was really bad.
Well, I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah. It did work out in the end, but now you shouldn't fall through the floor now. It is like sturdy now. It's very
like literally.
Like I remember walking in there after Buck had fixed it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is how it's supposed to be. Like there wasn't supposed to be no holes in the floor. So I'm really sorry to that guy. He actually, I don't think has came back soon. No, maybe he has, but anyways, that was kind of insane.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Okay, I need a minute for that.
That was rough. I did feel really bad.
That was great.
Yeah, if he gets on here, I'm really sorry. Yeah, after the fact. That was rough.
Uh-huh.
What?
I said I ran a question. Let me just ask you.
Yeah.
I think you should just like sum up again, like how you can sum up like quickly. Like
I did.
I said, sum up, and like here's the reference again. Like
Yeah.
Correct.
Just kind of repeat it.
Okay. Where I am. Oh, okay. Well, anyways. Anyways, okay, I will say on Facebook I have a lot of pinned posts. One pinned post is like my hours, some stuff about the happy hats, but also on there I have my consignment agreement, which actually I haven't done one in a really long time because, like I said, there's so little to how to consign. Like, it's just insane to me how much you don't, like, all I ask is that you bring the clothes to me and I'll literally do the rest. Like, I want to do the work for you. But on there, you'll find my consignment agreement. So you can kind of read on there and see how your clothes are going to be handled, when they're going to go on clearance, what happens to your clothes after. That's on my Facebook, but to say it on here, you'll just bring your clothes in, trash bags, any day of the week. That's another thing. We don't have appointments or anything. So it's any day I'm open, you can bring stuff. From as soon as I open till the time I close, you can bring your items in.
Have you had bags sitting at your door on days that you...
Girl, okay, I actually did, and I never found out who it was, but somebody did bring a bunch of stuff to my store one day, and it was home goods stuff, so, like, I couldn't even use it anyway. Anyway, so, yeah. If you ever bring stuff, just wait until I'm open. I promise I'll take it, but please don't bring it on days I'm closed because...
So just to recap on that, no home good stuff.
No home goods stuff for now.
Clothing
She's
only
not
at
big
this
enough
moment.
for that.
Yes, but if y'all keep coming, we can get big enough for that.
Exactly. We want her to grow.
Yes, but yes, if you'll bring your clothes on days I'm open, I will take them happily. But yeah, you'll just leave them with me. I price everything. I will say if there is any, like, a nicer pair of shoes or shirt that you do want to get a lot of money for, or you want a specific price back for it, we can negotiate. I'm never going to say, no, I'm pricing it how I want to. Like, I want to work with the consignor. Like, I'm doing this for them. I'm selling their clothes. So if they ever had a certain price they want it back, I will definitely do that. But yeah, just leave the clothes with me. I'll do the rest. We'll hang them up, put them out, and just as they sell, the consignor makes 35% of what it sells for. And it goes straight into an account that is set up, like, all on my computer. And I think a lot of people, consignors, get confused. They'll come back and they're like, we didn't hear from you after we dropped off clothes. And I'm like, well, there's nothing for me to really tell you. Like, I won't reach out to you.
I sold all your clothes.
Yeah. Like, I put your clothes out. One shirt of yours sold. Like, no, I won't ever have to reach out to anybody. So I don't want anybody to think I'm being rude about that. Like, I do want to talk to y'all, but you can ask me if you have sold anything or how it's going. I will gladly tell you, but I won't reach out until.
So, with that being said, I have a question. So, say I bring a bag of clothes in and you go through it, you hang it up, you price it, whatever. How do you know that green shirt is mine?
So, how it's set up is whenever I go into take-ins, which on my computer is putting in your clothes, there's a place for your contract number. So all you need to have a contract is I need your first name, last name, and your phone number. So I'll enter that in. You'll get a contract number, which also is something you don't have to keep up with. I'll keep up with that. But I'll put it all under that contract number. And so on each ticket, like, because we have tickets on each item, it'll say the price, a barcode, and the account number. But my computer also keeps up with that. So, like, if somebody was like, did my shirt ever sell? I can go look up in their inventory of stuff that's sold, if it has sold or not.
I was always curious about that because I was like,
No, yeah.
Do they put my name?
No, yeah, everybody has an account number. So,
Okay.
yeah, so people will, like, ask me, they're like, well, whose shirt was this? This looks familiar. And I can just look at the account number, look it up, and tell them, which I don't do that all the time. But
Right.
anyways, yeah, my computer keeps up with it all, thank gosh, because I probably couldn't do all that all, but...
That's why I was just like, okay, there's got to be a system.
No, yeah, I do have a system, and it's great. It works so well. But yeah, you just get an account number. Everything goes under your account, and just as it sells, it just goes straight into your account with me, not your bank account. People thought it went straight into their bank account. I'm like, no way. It goes into your account with me.
I do not want to be responsible for that.
No, please no.
No thanks.
But yes,
Okay, so that's cool.
yeah, it's really. I'm glad I don't have to keep up with it like the computer does. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, your stuff will go into your account. Also, your account never expires. Your money never goes away either. You could keep it in there for like 2 years if you wanted to. It's not going to go anywhere. And like I said, you can use it as store, like to buy stuff in the store with your account money that you've made. You can buy items or get a check from me. Which, if there's any people from out of town listening, I never thought about this when I first opened. I have a lot of people that come from Memphis and Little Rock and Conway and Cabot and all the places where they come up here to vacation. And they will bring me their items to sell. And like when they come every weekend or every other weekend or once a month, however often they come up here, they'll come to my store first, see how much money they have, and I'll pay them. And so it's kind of like free money for the weekend, like money to go buy groceries and stuff.
Right.
And I never thought about that until I had consigners come to me, and they're like, when I come here and you pay me out, like, you are saving me from having to use like my own money. Like, it's kind of like free money that I can use for the weekend while we're here to buy groceries or gas or fuel for the boat. And I'm like, that is so smart. So
cool.
yeah, I never thought about
I wouldn't have thought of it that way either.
me either. And so I was like, that's really good to know. But
So go ahead and repeat your store hours.
oh yes, okay, sorry. Monday, Thursday, Friday, 10 to 5. And then Saturdays, 10 to 2.
Monday, Thursday,
Thursday,
Friday.
10 to 5.
And then
Saturday, 10 to 2.
Okay.
All together.
Shut up.
And then yes, I'm located right next to Family Market on the side where the
92
road
side.
is. 92 side, that's good to know. 92 side. And yeah, you'll see my little Subaru out there, my little silver Subaru. And that's where we're located at, right across from
For the
Sonic.
Happy Hangar sign.
Yes. Yes, I know it's getting a little worn out. We're going to order another one soon, but it's up there. You can't miss the big H's with the smiley faces. They're out there.
Yes. Yes. Well, awesome. Thank you so much
Yes.
for coming on and being our first young lady on the
Yes.
show.
It's an honor.
I mean,
We've enjoyed it.
yeah. David and I were talking about that earlier, and I was like, I am super excited. I said, for one, it's Maci. She's bubbly. She has the best personality. I said, but she's our first female
Yes.
on the show.
Yay.
And so I was super stoked.
Yes, and I'm glad y'all are doing this. I was telling them that when Jason came on to do the plumbing thing, or to talk about his business, I was saying that I did not have any reason for me to know anything about plumbing. Like, I don't need to know anything, but I actually enjoyed like listening and just knowing. And I'm just glad y'all do this because I wouldn't have known about some of the stuff that goes on or just like what people do outside of like seeing them at like church or at the store or whatever.
Her
like
Bentley.
or Bentley. Yeah. Yeah. If you ever saw me host at Bentley's, just erase that from your brain. That was
You
real.
ever saw me there?
Yes. But anyway, so yeah, I like that y'all do this. I think it's really fun. And I love listening. It's so fun to me.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. And I've gotten to where now I can see when people start watching or whatever, and I'm trying to say hi to everybody
Yes.
to kind of make it a little personal. But yeah, just your excitement when I asked, hey Maci, do you want to come on the show? Your excitement and how you have blasted us out there. That's how it's supposed to be.
Oh, well, thanks. Yeah, I felt so bad because you were like, Maci, we would love to have you on. And I was like, yes, anytime. And you messaged me and you're like, can I do this day? And I was like, no, I won't be here. And you're like, well, can you do this day? I was like, no, I'll be at the beach. Well, can you do this day? No. I won't. And I was like, maybe not anytime, but I would love to come on sometime. So I'm glad this worked out.
But it worked out perfectly.
So sorry about that, but we're here
No.
now.
So there again, just thank you so much for, for being that success, for the little ones to look up to, younger ones, or even older ones to look up to, because like I said, you would be my definition of a success story.
Well, thank you.
Moved away from hometown into a big city. Deuces, not for me. I'm going home.
Yes.
And now you have a successful business and you
In the
love
home
your
that you
community.
love, in the place that
Yes.
you love. That's awesome.
Yeah. And you love your community and you try to support your community as much as you can. And that's what it's all about.
Yes, which I'm just saying, Grosse Ferry is like the best place to live. So I think we should definitely support all
Amen, sister.
all the things we have going on. I think we should definitely support it. Like, I feel like we do so much. Just like, for example, tomorrow at Fall Festival at the school, like, why not go? Like, go support our school, like, you know what I'm saying? Or just like Saturday, First Priority is doing that concert at Eagle Bank Arena. They're doing like a whole concert with these big artist names or whatever. I'm like, exactly. Did you not know?
We had no clue.
Yes, Saturday at Eagle Bank Arena at 6 p.m. The First Priority at the school is doing a concert. There's like 3 different bands coming. One is like a huge, or actually, yeah, 2 of them are like I hear all the time on like the radio, and then one of them I had actually never heard of, but I think they're like a smaller town. I don't know, but just stuff like that. Like, go support your.
Had no idea. We were just talking about this.
Yes.
We're right here in town.
And you never know.
Nothing.
Because nobody, I mean, there again, that's another reason why we wanted to kind of do this and start this up, to be that kind of local broadcast.
Yeah, local
But
newspaper.
Exactly. But at the same time, you know, put the spotlight on our small local business.
Right.
So yeah, thanks, Maci, for pointing that out to it.
Yes.
We didn't even know.
And I tell people all the time, I get so annoyed with myself on my Happy Hangar consignment account, like on Facebook. I post, I feel like literally every second of the day. And I'm like, I wonder if people get annoyed with this, but I'm like, how else are you supposed to get it out there? Like, you have to
Exactly.
post. And I know people have been telling me, they're like, I don't see your stuff anymore. I've been trying to pay Facebook to boost my posts. It's not working, but I'm posting on there all the time. And I feel like that's the only way you can get stuff out is Facebook.
Well, and I figured out if they really want to see your post, like what you post, when you post it, if they'll go in and they'll hit it as their favorite.
Really?
Yep.
Oh,
It'll
okay.
Bring it up, and anytime you post something, it'll go. Unless you've got like 20,000 people that you're following, or
Right.
you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Because everybody can't be the favorite.
No, yeah.
Exactly.
So,
So
We'll
but
get to
I
know.
did learn that.
okay.
So
Gotcha.
I'm not
Nice.
too old to learn
No, yeah.
ever.
No, you're good.
But I mean, with that, I'll say again, thank you so much. Keep doing you.
Thank
Keep
you.
doing you, because you were rocking it.
Thank you.
And we thank you for it.
Yes.
I run to your post every time I see you post something.
Oh.
Katrina said that.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, that's something else I meant to say. I'm sorry. I feel like
No,
I keep
you're
dragging
good.
this out. So every day that we're open, so Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, we post new arrivals at 10 a.m. So like everything we get in the store, it goes straight to Facebook. So like you can't miss what's in the store. Everything that's in the store has been posted to Facebook. So we're actually like, I've have stuff posted already for the beginning of November. So actually you haven't seen everything that's out in the store.
So she may have jumped a gun a little bit.
A little bit. So, but yes, we post new arrivals every day at 10 a.m. And that's how you can see what we have.
That's good to know.
Yes. And it ranges. Like one day we'll have all kids stuff. One day we'll just have men's. One day it's men's. It's never like the same thing, but I think that's a good thing. You get a switch up for the men to get some stuff, the women, some kids. So yeah, every day at 10 a.m. that we're
Look,
open.
you even have the mayor watching you right now.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Daryl. Hey.
That made me think of another question though. So I know you said you do women's, men's, and kids. Do you have like, you don't have like an age limit on the kids?
No.
Or-
So it literally ranges from like 0 month baby stuff to 14, 16 youth extra large.
Okay.
That's all in our kids room. And then the main floor is men's and women's, which our men's section is really small. We're sorry about that. We try really hard to keep it full though, but then the men's and
Well, they do tend to wear them out to where they need to go straight to the trash can and
Yeah.
not to somebody else's hanger.
right. And that's why a lot of people ask me, they're like, where is your little boy stuff? And I'm like, I don't think you understand. I can't get little boy stuff in here, or when I do, it usually has to get donated because it's ripped apart to shreds.
What's
So-
left, what's not left of it is a tree.
Yes, so sorry about that. But yes, all sizes for kids, men's and women's, all sizes, and all size shoes, and we do women's purses too.
Okay,
Yeah.
and now I'm going to ask, for me would be an uncomfortable question, but
Oh gosh.
undergarments?
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I just had
No.
to ask. You never know.
No, thank you. I will say we do take like sports bras from women, so like athletic. But no, I've had a couple of those come in before and definitely sanitize my hands right after. And I think a lot of people, I don't know if Dane Smith is watching, but anytime he sees me, I'm like, I'm bringing you my underwear this week. And I'm like, please stop. Like,
I was so hoping you was fixing to say Dane wears secondhand.
no, I don't know, but yeah, no undergarments, please. And that goes for socks too. I know that y'all have some nice Nike socks, but I don't really want those.
Yeah, no, I am totally in agreement with you. That's why I was like, it would be uncomfortable for me because if I seen it, no, thank you.
Yes,
No, thank
you're
you.
good. You can probably trash those if you want.
That's what I do. David's like, well, why don't you see if somebody else can wear that? No.
No, the trash can see it, but
Is your Facebook page under Happy Hangar?
Happy Hanger Consignment, yes.
It was a question.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And Katrina said that she's in the process of getting you some boys' clothes together.
Thank gosh. I will definitely be posting that. I literally had like 3 people come in today and they're like, where is your boy stuff? I'm like, just trust. It's coming. Trust. It's coming.
It's just, I mean, literally, and I can say I'm grateful that he wears his until they fall completely apart.
Yeah,
That just
getting
means
the
I get
youth
to
out
buy
of 'em.
more
Yeah.
myself. But yeah,
I can't have more than a couple pair of pants because it's full of shoes in it.
Oh my gosh.
listen, I can't tell you how many times he's tried to tell me, you have no more room for shoes.
But I don't think you know. I don't think you understand.
Because my shoes have a process in the closet. They have to go a certain way.
Yeah.
Because this
Color
way I
coordinated.
can get more in here.
Yes.
But
Smart.
we do have an agreement. I understand.
Yes. You have to compromise.
So
Are you going to tell her what our compromise is?
we're not going to talk about my tackle.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If you really want to talk about clothes, then you got to talk
Exactly.
about your tackle.
That's it. The first time he tried to tell me, okay, that's
Yeah.
enough. Okay.
Then
That's
stop by-
enough when you stop buying tackle.
Yeah.
Nothing else has been said.
Yeah, that's really smart. Thank you for that. And you can use that too, Misty, to tell. Oh my gosh, y'all. Anyways, that's really smart though. Good agreement.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they.
Your legs.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, thanks, Mom. So, I mean, and it works too. It even helped me with my plants.
Really?
Because I went through this stage that I was addicted to plants and I had to buy plants all the time.
Really?
And
Did you keep them alive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good. For you.
And then I had to start giving them away because I had too many.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
So the whole tackle thing works for that.
Yeah, that's funny.
But anyway, so
Exactly. No limits on tackle.
who said that? Oh, Bass Man.
Oh my gosh, my dad.
Oh, I was like,
You didn't know it was?
Oh my gosh.
My bad.
He started getting scammed, and what was it? His like account was getting hacked, and he was like, I don't want anybody to know that I'm maybe if they don't know it's me, they won't hack my account. So his name's been Bassman. He tried to keep it a secret for a long time, but I started tagging him and stuff, saying that he was my dad.
there's no hiding from your kid.
No.
No. Yeah, because I seen that. He said something else up here earlier, and I was like,
Probably something about those racks. If I get
no, it wasn't. He was
Okay.
agreeing with something David said. Oh, people buy from people
They
they
like.
like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry,
is-
Chad.
Yeah.
I'll do better. Or try to.
Is there anything else y'all want to add?
Mom, is there anything we're missing?
Don't.
No.
Come on, supervisor.
I didn't know about the guy falling through your floor. That's pretty funny.
You did know about it.
That was great. That was a good story.
That was insane.
Yeah. Because, I mean, if you hesitated any longer, I was going to ask Mom to come over and start telling the story.
Oh my gosh, I will say though, like I have really not actually gotten in trouble, but like seriously, I've had husbands come in and be like, stop like feeding into my wife. I had this one lady that,
Are you serious?
yes, they're like, at least give them like a little bit of a percentage off. And I'm like, no, that's your wife. Get a handle of her, not me. But there's, there's this woman, her and her husband are from Cabot. and they come up here to the lake, and she told her husband she wanted to get to Goose very early to go grocery shopping, and she got to Goose Ferry but came to my store first instead of going into Family Market. Well, then she got sucked in there, like looking at clothes, trying on stuff. Her husband came in there and was like, what are you doing? Like, I tried to look for you all in Family Market, and like, you told me you were coming here to grocery shop. Have you even grocery shopped? And she was like, no, I've been in here this whole time. And he literally was like, get out of here. So I've had, yeah. She got in trouble that day. She was supposed to be grocery shopping. She was buying so many clothes.
You didn't do it. You did not.
Yeah.
To go in that store.
No, I didn't.
So, here's one for you. You be busy after doing the show, getting your business out there. So, that's an assignment.
Okay.
And I know you will follow through.
And I will, yes, I will do that assignment for sure.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Oh, dang it. I switched too many screens. Why?
You okay over there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Spazzing out just a little.
All right. Well, we want to say thank you to everybody that joined in tonight. It's been a good show. We appreciate Maci for being here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom, for supervising.
Yes.
And just FYI, people, yes, Macy's mom, Misty, is here with us.
Yes.
But she was given strict instructions she could not be in the camera.
Yes. But I
So
needed
she's
her
sitting
here.
in the hall, poor thing.
She's okay.
She's okay.
But thanks for coming.
But it's been fun, and we're proud of you. Congratulations. And again, if we can do anything to help you, let us know.
Thank you so much.
And with that, we'll say good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.